Yes guys, welcome back to Rise Football Paradise, and this is a real spur of the moment video. I'm here outside the Hawthorns, home of West Brom of course. Now my missus has got an appointment somewhere in like Dudley, Tipton sort of way, so I thought, you know what, whilst I'm waiting, let's go and have a little look round the Hawthorns. Now I've not got an actual tour booked, I'm not doing any kind of tours today, but I will have a complete 360 of the stadium, or to the best I can, because there are gates that are closed. So the capacity of the Hawthorns, according to Wikipedia, is 26,688. It's obviously an all-seater stadium. West Brom currently play in the Championship, which is the second tier of English football, and West Brom have been playing football right here at the Hawthorns since 1900. It was the very first English Football League stadium to be built in the 20th century, and it only took 4 months to build. Obviously it looked a little bit different than this right here. Now apologies for it being somewhat gloomy, I'm not in control of the weather. It's only like 2:30 on Monday, the Monday before Christmas, the week before Christmas, but it's incredibly dark. But that said, the plan is now I'm going to make my way over to the busy road end over there. I'm not sure what that's called. West Brom fans, let me know in the comments below everything I've missed, because again, this is very spur of the moment, very much a thrown together wander around the stadium on Rise Football Paradise. But we feature all kinds of stadiums. We recently did a Crystal Palace tour. Now I'm visiting all 20 Premier League stadiums, but I'm trying to get to stadiums in the Championship, League 1 and League 2 as well. We're actually going to be seeing a West Brom game in January, possibly like January the 20th. We're going to be at Norwich, watching Norwich versus West Brom. Now, this is quite a nice end. I do love the West Brom blue. It's a very dark, do they class it as navy? It's a real dark blue. It's almost got a slight hint of charcoal. Very nice. So you see a lot of kitchens, people having kitchens in this shade of blue. It seems to be the fashion lately, doesn't it? As I mentioned, this was the very first Football League stadium to be built in the 20th century. But fun fact, this is the highest, this is a Football League stadium that's the highest above sea level. I think I've said that right. It's basically the highest of all the Football League stadiums in English football above sea level. I think that makes sense. The record attendance right here at the Hawthorns was set in 1937, when over 64,000 watched them play right here at the Hawthorns. Now those who subscribe to the channel will know I've got a thing for corners of football stadiums. Now the corners reveal nothing in the Hawthorns. I'm not even sure, do they have the corners filled? Is it like a dome style stadium? I've completely forgotten. Let's go and check out the other corners, shall we? So I just mentioned the fact that I'm watching them play Norwich. I don't mean on Boxing Day, I mean in January. So over there you've got the next home match right here at the Hawthorns. It is going to be against Norwich on Boxing Day, Tuesday the 26th. We're not going to be at that game, we're going to be at the away game in the Norwich end. Sorry West Brom fans. But you find that, don't you? You find a lot of the fixtures around Christmas are then flipped, reversed in January. Right guys, so this is beautiful. This gate here, this Jeff Astle gate, 1942 to 2002. Lovely bit of work, lovely work of art there on the gates. Now beyond the gates, you might be able to see in the distance, there is the stadium megastore, the club shop. We're going to go and pay that a visit in a moment. But I just want to point out the fact that over there, the white beams, the structural design, it reminds me a little bit of Old Trafford. It's quite nice. The blue over there, that shade of blue, again, that charcoaly looking blue, really striking. You don't see many football stadiums in England that look like that. So yeah, I must admit, my stepdad's a Wolves fan and my mum's a Villa fan. So West Brom weren't thought of, you know, weren't spoken of too highly when I was a kid. But I'm not going to make no judgment, because obviously I was a glory hunting kid. I was a Man United fan, or I am a Man United fan, so I've got no beef with West Brom. Over there, you've got the shirt printing, or the match day little shop over there. Obviously the main shop over there, and some kind of statue, which we're going to go and check out in a moment. Let's go. Play. It's not the biggest of shops, but there's a lot of choice. As I mentioned, I love the quirky little stuff that United don't do in their club shop. Loads of little novelty items for kids, like gnomes and stuff. Got the retro shirts over there. Yeah, not a bad club shop, especially for a championship team. Yeah, right then guys, as I was saying, lots of novelty items. I found that a lot of these shops do golf stuff. I know Liverpool did golf stuff, and I think Stoke did as well. If you're looking for quirky stuff, the West Brom Megastore is your first stop. I was going to get something for my stepdad, the Wolves fan, just to play up and take the mick, but it would just go straight in the bin, so I may as well put my money down the drain. There must be like a function or something going on, because I've seen loads of what looks like players, or maybe academy players in tracksuits, but there's loads of other people just pulling up randomly in this car park. It's incredibly busy for a Monday morning. I think there's some kind of Christmas party going on in there, because they're all going through reception. That's the main reception. As you can see behind me, you've got the ticket office. Again, West Brom fans, help me out in the comments below. I'm not sure of the name. I know there's a Smethwick end, I just don't know which end that is. I've got a friend at the milk, on the milk round at Cotswold Dairy, Lee. He's a big West Brom fan, season ticket holder. He'll tell me when I see him next. Over there, I'm not sure of the name of that stand. Doesn't look quite as pretty as the other stands. All the other ones back onto that busy road. And you find that for a lot of English football stadiums. The worst stand is the one that isn't seen in the public eye as much. Now this on the floor, this seems to be something I've seen a lot when looking around English football stadiums. Now I don't want to compare West Brom with Wolves, but Wolves used to sell bricks where you could personalise them and put people's names on them. This again looks like something similar, so whether it's a West Midlands thing, I don't know, but you've got all sorts of names, memorial type bricks over there as well. So Molineux did a similar thing. The Hawthorns seem to be following suit, but this isn't just a West Midlands thing, because when we went to Crystal Palace the other day, they also had stuff within the actual wall, names and stuff in the brickwork. So I like that, but the problem is, as I've found, or as they said at Molineux, they basically run out of space to do the bricks, so they have to stop them after a certain period of time. I guess with all the redevelopments of football stadiums nowadays, there's always going to be more bricks to personalise. But again, I don't know if I should be stood on them actually, but nice touch. We always forget that this isn't franchise football. Clubs are at the heart of the community. And I know I'm a massive hypocrite because I'm a Man United fan and I'm not supporting my local club. So maybe I'm not the best person to raise that point. I don't know what we've got over here. We seem to have some kind of memorial garden. Whether that's the case, I don't know. Over here there's a bench and flowers and stuff. And obviously I want to be somewhat respectful because this is a remembrance garden, but this is something you don't see very often. I think they had a similar thing in Burnley, just in front of the stadium. There were some memorials, but not to this extent. This is a really nice touch by West Brom. I don't know if I should be getting people's names in them, but it's only a good thing that families are paying tribute right here at the Hawthorns, and there's some really nice, yeah, let's get some close-ups. It's not disrespectful, I don't think. I think it is respectful. Tried to get no one's full name in there and respect their privacy, but that's moved me quite a bit. That's quite touching. There is even more down that way. Really nice touch by West Brom. Fantastic. I mean, for some people, football is a massive part of their life, and again, I don't want to go too much into detail of those who are being remembered, but there were some people, they weren't just all old people, there were kids, there were younger people, and yeah, quite moving. So shout out to West Brom for that. This over here, maybe not such a nice thing to look at. Sorry, don't mean to be rude. A little bit grottier, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to sound snobby because, as everyone knows, Old Trafford's falling down. But maybe not the most beautiful of ends. Yeah, it makes sense now. This is the away end, so yeah, who cares what it looks like in the away end. You've got the away bar over there. I think I'm being harsh. There's nothing actually wrong with this. There's a lot worse stadiums we've seen. But yeah, this is the away end. Over there is where I started the video, guys, with the WBA gates. So that is why the gates are locked. They don't want to keep you out. They want you in there spending your hard-earned money in the club shop, which we haven't done. I just didn't really. Or maybe we will when we come back for a game. But that's been the 360 tour, guys. We're going to finish up with a few facts maybe about West Brom, and I'm going to share my thoughts on this little walk around the Hawthorns. I've just walked over this way, and you can, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a real slope up to the stadium, so you can see why it is the highest Football League stadium above sea level. It's almost like on a hill. I just want to say, actually, when I was chatting to Lee, fellow milkman, at work, we were talking about the new kits at the start of the season, and I was saying how much I liked 3 new West Brom kits. The home, the away, and the third. I think it's that way around. The third is beautiful. I love red and blue kits, as I mentioned in the Crystal Palace video. I played in red and blue as a kid for Ledbury Swifts. Love that. I don't normally like gradient kits, but Puma, I think, are a bit hit and miss. Some of the old Arsenal kits were awful. This trio of Puma kits is beautiful. So I don't think West Brom have a great track record with kits. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of the ones from the 90s, some of them from that retro section in there, for me, weren't to my taste. You know, you can't please everyone, but the current crop, yes, beautiful kits. About to smash down a McDonald's. So West Brom were formed in 1878, and they were one of the founding members of the Football League in 1888. They've won 5 FA Cups, but they've been in 10 FA Cup finals, and they've won 1 First Division English football title, which is now the Premier League. They're known generally as the Baggies or the Albion, and their biggest rival would be considered Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's been a pleasure making this video, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, stick the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. We do all kinds of stadium tours, matchday vlogs and general football shenanigans, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.